Hi guys, welcome to Body2mind Fitness. This is me, Sheetal. Thanks for joining this group and thanks for giving me this opportunity to lead you and guide you towards your fitness journey. I am super excited and also nervous at the same time. This is the first time I'm doing this online or leading such a big group. I hope I'll help you reach your goals. So let's get started. So before I jump onto these exercises, I want you guys to understand what we're actually going to work on. So this class mainly focuses on overall fitness. Doesn't matter, your fitness, your wellness, your diet, and everything. But precisely, my focus was to reduce your inches or work on your core stability and pelvic floor strengthening, your core strengthening, because that is the main aspect where we all women struggle because of our pregnancies, because of our deliveries, and there's so many other problems because of the overweight, people who are planning for future pregnancies or everything. A core muscle strengthening or core muscle stability is very vital. And over a period of time, we just get used to it not using those muscles. And maybe you have heard the word core many times before, but let me just tell you, the core muscles is just not those six-pack muscles, what many people talk about, but it's actually a incorporation of a group of muscles, like in the front of your abdomen, your diaphragm, and your back muscles, and also your pelvic floor at the bottom. So these muscles all together are called as core. These muscles, they work together when we do our daily activities like sitting, standing, lifting, any activity. They have to work together in function, but because of the disruption, they don't work in as a team. That's where we end up with having problems with back pain, poor stability. We can't even hold our peeing when we sneeze, laugh. We can't lift things, and we have so many problems leading because of the weakness. So here is the diagram which helps you understand better about the core muscles. So this is the diaphragm. This is also one of the muscle which helps in respiration, inhalation, and exhalation. This is the pelvic floor muscles. This is where they are at the bottom. And this is the transverse muscles, the transverse abdominal muscles. Then the front is the rectus abdominal muscles. This is the back. This is the multifidus muscles. So these are all the group of muscles which are called as core muscles. So this muscle is called the rectus abdominal muscles, the six-pack muscle, but actually it's only the four-pack. The other two packs are on the sides, which are made of external obliques and internal oblique muscles. So this is one of the main muscle. And this muscle is the transverse abdominal muscle. This is the main muscle which we are going to activate and strengthen. This is the deepest layer of the abdominal muscles below the rectus abdominis. It is very important to understand what we are actually working on, which part of the muscle we are actually activating. So this is the below the navel part. This is where we all have the problems. All the fat deposition is accumulation is right here, and the weakness and everything this is where we all struggle. So we need to activate this muscle, strengthen this muscle through the breathing. So this transverse abdominal muscle, it helps with respiration and breathing, and also helps in forceful active exhalations. And this is the main stabilizing muscle for the spine and pelvis, and also supports the abdominal wall. Don't think that I am going more in detail about anatomy and all that, but I think it is very important to know while you're working, while you're exercising, you need to imagine where you're putting your focus. So it gives you very good results. So guys, these are the pelvic floor muscles. the superficial layer and the deeper layer. So mainly the pelvic floor muscle, it is a stabilizer. So when you are moving, jumping, sneezing, coughing, laughing, the goal of these muscles is to hold, to give more stability. Looking at this picture, many of us can relate, because of the poor abdominal muscles, how the posture changes. There is increase in the back bending, the lordosis. There's too much stress on the upper back, lower back, and also the abdominals, they're protruding way too forward. This is all because of the core dysfunction, because of all the core muscles weakness. Have you ever observed how a baby breathes, when they are sleeping, or if you have noticed, when a baby breathes, the belly raises when they inhale and it falls on exhale. Is this the technique? Is the same technique are we using? This is a natural technique, but are we using the same thing? No, because during the pregnancies and all that, our breathing pattern changes. We become more shallow breathers. We breathe mostly through our upper chest. We don't use our abdominal muscles and or the diaphragm muscles optimally to for efficient breathing. So, most of the times, not only because of the pregnancies or other reasons, simple poor posture or stress or lack of sleep, we tend to breathe shallow. We tend to breathe only from the using the upper chest muscles. We don't use the our core muscles, the diaphragm, the pelvic floor, the abdominal muscles, and also we need to relearn the proper technique of breathing. So first, sit straight in a dignified posture, and if you're not comfortable, try to use a pillow or something underneath. And if you're still not comfortable, you can put two pillows on the sides of your legs. Sit very comfortably, and try to place one hand over your chest and one hand over your abdomen. And here we are trying to feel inhale. When you're inhaling, you need to feel that the stomach is blowing out. You're inflating like a balloon. And when you're exhaling, you're deflating inside, you're squeezing inside the stomach. So you have to do it very slowly. Try to connect your mind to your breathing and feel the muscles, the abdominal muscles moving, and try to focus. Take a deep breath. So that is the simple way of breathing. So once you connect that breathing pattern to your brain, to your mind, to your muscles, next thing is when you breathing, I want you to squeeze in your pelvic floor muscles, like your vaginal muscles, your anal muscles. When you breathe in, you're relaxing. When you breathe out, you're squeezing in. So, with the same technique, as you blow out, relax, and you exhale, squeeze in. So, started. So, when you breathe out, you're squeezing all those inner muscles and holding it and then relaxing it slowly. And you should also feel, you're lifting your navel part while you're exhaling. So that's when you're actually engaging your pelvic floor and your abdominal muscles. This is where, when you engage, they work properly. Now let's do the same exercise in a different form while doing some exercise. How you breathe in and breathe out while performing an exercise. So I want you to come into the child position, here. Let me tuck my t-shirt so you can see my belly, breathe in, breathe out, so you can do the same thing. Okay, so let's come to the child position. Try to bring yourself up. I don't want you to be in a 90-degree angle. I want you to be a little back. So don't do like this or don't do like this. It has to be straight. Now do the breathing. When you breathe in, inflate. When you breathe out, squeeze in, deflate. So you're working on your abdominal muscles, towards the gravity. When you're doing that breathing, it adds resistance and it helps you tone up. Let's do the same thing in your laying on your back. I want you to lay on your back. Just lengthen your pelvis and also your neck. Now you're gonna put your right heel onto the knee, and when you do this, you're gonna flatten your back, and you're gonna do the same technique. Breathe in and breathe out. When you breathe out, you should squeeze your abdominal muscles deep as much as you can, and do it slowly. Don't do it too fast. So breathe in, try. So do this technique for 8 to 10 reps, and you will feel that your abs are already working just with that breathing. So today I taught you only 3, the simple breathing exercise, putting your hand on your belly, inspiration and expression. The second one is the baby position, and going on 4-point, you're on your knees and your hands, and then breathe in, breathe out. And the last one is laying on your back, putting your heel on the knee and doing the breathing and breathe out technique.